Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mrs. Fatima Zahra Amour, Minister of Tourism, Handicrafts, and Social and Solidarity Economy. Bonjour, Madame la Ministre.
Bonjour.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
I think we're going to speak in English.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, thank you for being here because to answer my questions. So we decided to make an interview, as I could do on any media, because we know that tourism is a very important topic in our country, and as Moroccan people, we see what has been done, what we've been through, and so the objective of this interview is to have some insights of many things and to know where we are today. I'm going to give some figures. We're in November. We had the figures at the end of October, and we have the figures of October 2024. 1.5 million tourist arrivals only in October, right? That represents a growth of 30% compared to 2023, and only in during the summer, July and August, we had a 21% growth compared to 2023. Well, my first question is, Minister, what factors are currently driving these numbers? And I'm going to ask another question, because we've met 3 years ago, if you remember. That was the day before all the flights were canceled because of COVID-19. And we were talking about the way we were going to launch the tourism and to go through all the COVID-19 aftermath. And the question is, how come that we have this kind of figures today after all we've been through with post-COVID aftermath? We unfortunately, and I think you know that we've been through the earthquake in El House region. So, excuse me for this long introduction, but that's just to give the context. How did we do this?
So thank you for this question, because it gives me the opportunity to pitch Morocco. So first of all, I think that Morocco is experiencing today a huge momentum, and we see this in the figures. We have welcomed, by the end of October, 14.6 million tourists, which is more than the entire 23 year. And frankly, we are very excited with these numbers, especially all the crises we've been through over the past 3 years. As for the key factors, I would focus on 3 points. The first one is strategic investments that the government has been doing under the leadership of His Majesty King Mohammed VI in the tourism sector. The first one is the $200 million for the emergency plan after the COVID crisis to maintain jobs, to be able to open hotels in the best conditions. Second investment is a $600 million in the 23-26 roadmap that focuses mainly on increasing airline capacity. The second point is the resilience of the country in the face of adversity. You talked about the earthquake. We were really able to maintain the arrivals despite the earthquake. We were able to reassure all the stakeholders, and as a result, we were able to maintain the number of arrivals during this period in September and October 23. And really, we showed the world the unity of Morocco in time of crisis, and I think it's extremely important. The third factor, I would say, is that Morocco, I think, has made remarkable progress in terms of, from a social perspective. The government has launched many important social initiatives, the direct support to 4 million families, the housing, a new housing plan, expanding health insurance to 11 million citizens, increasing minimum wages. All this, I think, creates a stable foundation to it builds a more inclusive Morocco, and consequently, it creates a stable foundation for developing the country in all sectors. That's it. These are the three most important factors for me today.
You talked about the $600 million roadmap from 23-26, and just last week we had two new routes from Dakhla, arrival, because we know that flights are very important to develop the tourism. And can you give us, the milestones of this vision to 26?
Well, I think that today we have a clear vision, which is to position Morocco amongst the 15 best destinations in the world. We will do that by reaching 26 million tourists by 2030, which is basically plus 10 million versus this year. So it's plus 10 in 6 years. So we have a lot of work to do, but we are confident. To do that, we have this roadmap which focuses on 5 key elements. The first one is that we have a new offering which is more based on experience rather than destinations. This is the first big move. The second one is that we are enhancing airline capacity. Basically, we are increasing by 20% each year. The third one is that we are strengthening marketing and promotion. The fourth one is that we are stimulating investment, whether in hospitality or in leisure. And finally, we want to develop our human resources to be able really to develop, to have top-notch talents to support this development.
We clearly talk about human resources during these 2 days, as I discussed with many professionals before we began. I started talking about 2030, okay? So we're so proud to co-host 2030. I guess we have forgotten that we expected to host the World Cup in Morocco many times. And now that it's okay, we forget all we achieved to do that. But there's still not a long path, but a little path to 2030. And clearly, the hotel capacity is the key. So can you tell us where shall we be ready for 2030, to be clear?
First of all, I think that we are all very proud to co-host this World Cup along Spain and Portugal. This is the first time for Morocco. It means also that Morocco has made tremendous progress socially, economically, and from a security also perspective. So this is, I think it's important to notice. I think that we will learn a lot along Spain and Portugal, because they had this experience before us. We have to keep in mind that the clock is ticking, so everyone in Morocco is mobilized to make this event a real success. The challenge for us from a tourism perspective is really increasing the capacities. The objective is to add an extra 150,000 beds by 2030, not only in the cities that will host the matches, but all the others that will host the base camps and elsewhere. I'm confident we can do that, and that's one of the reasons why we are here. The impact on Morocco will be huge in infrastructures, in terms of image globally, in terms of exposure of Morocco. And I think that it opens a new era for the country, and we need to be all mobilized to reach the objectives. But I think that there is only one word today for everyone: is go for it. And I think that everyone is playing its part.
One of the challenges is to diversify offers in terms of tourism, in terms of sustainability, and new experiences for all the visitors. So what are the plans?
Well, I think that we need to be cautious on the way we develop tourism in Morocco. We need to make sure that we don't focus only on the cities that will host the matches. I think it will be a mistake. Today, the role of the roadmap is to expose all what Morocco has to offer. We have about 14 kind of offering, which goes from ocean waves to gastronomy to desert to culture. We have 14 products that we are promoting currently. I think that the idea is to make sure that all the regions benefit from this momentum. Morocco has so much to offer, has so much different experience to offer, and we need to make sure that all the regions benefit from this, and that's the reason why we are working really on having accommodations everywhere in Morocco, maybe not classical accommodations, but accommodations that fit with the identity of the region and also the identity of the experience people will live in this region, like camping or eco-lodge or this kind of products. We need to make sure also that we develop entertainment and leisure. We have many flagship projects like attraction and theme parks, but we have also experiences around gastronomy with gastronomy tours or cultural tours. So we are really, and this is really how the reason why this roadmap is different from the previous ones is that we are not focusing only on hotspots like Marrakesh or Agadir, but all the region will benefit from this roadmap, and I think it will boost economically all the region, and it will help also local communities, which is extremely important for us.
Well, foreign investments are clearly and obviously an important goal for you. So how do you encourage foreign investors to come invest in Morocco?
I think that investment has been one of the priority of the government from the beginning when we took office. And today we have many incentives for the investors. The first one is the new charter, which gives a very competitive framework for investors. It can give up to 30% cashback on the capex, for example, pending on the conditions. The second one is the Mohammed VI Fund, which has a part which is completely dedicated to productive sectors, including tourism. We have also within the roadmap, we have many programs like CAP Hospitality, Go Siyaha. We have also a new bank of 200 kind of project that can be duplicated in different regions. So, and we have also a dedicated institution, which is Smith, that can support the investors end to end, and I think it's very important.
All right. We're coming to the end of this interview. Do you want to deliver a last message for the audience, people, investors who are here with us today?
Well, I think if I have to summarize, I would say strong momentum, government drive, 2030 World Cup. I think it's really the best timing to invest in Morocco. And Morocco is not only about, and this is not about business only, I think that Morocco is probably one of the most welcoming countries with so many different experiences you can live, probably the best food in the world. So I think that you are welcome to come, whether investors or travelers. Morocco is open for you. Thank you.